Hi everybody, this is Dungeon Master for the World of Scale, Big Bear Cobb Constance coming at you. This is Sunday morning, so this is a few days after session 22 with the session 22 post show. I didn't have a chance to record this video until now, so I don't necessarily have the game fresh in mind. But I will review it like I always do in preparation for the next game, which will not be for 2 weeks. We're off next week because of Thanksgiving, and our schedules couldn't work out a time like a Wednesday night game. So we're just going to take the week off, and we'll be back in December. And that's fine. That'll give me a chance to come up with some cool ideas and maybe some set pieces for the game. Although I'm one of those DMs that has a very loose outline of possibilities, but an overarching sandbox setting. So the players can go and do or try whatever they want at any time, and I'm fine with that. But if I think there's a probable trajectory, I will sketch a few notes and then just play off that. One thing, after having done this for so long, I feel like I'm really good at improvising. So if a situation comes up that I totally didn't foresee, number one, it's great because I like being surprised and I like not knowing where the story's going to go. And then number two, I feel like after being 50-something years old and having read tons of fantasy and science fiction and watched all kinds of cool movies, I can always just steal, cherry pick, plagiarize, whatever, something to cover almost any situation. And then if that doesn't work, then I just roll the d20, and if a 1 comes up, whatever it is terrible, and if a 20 comes up, it's awesome, and then somewhere in between is somewhere in between. And that's always fun because then I really don't know how it's going to turn out. And if I can use a stat from one of the characters, one of their ability scores, to help shape the outcome, then that's always good because I like it when their abilities mean something more than just how they affect combat or any kind of skill, but how the universe might bend or go away from them based on just some weird random thing that, in real life, there's so many random events that seem random. And, like how did the tornado hit one house but not the one right next to it? So that's just where the die said, 18, it hit this house, but that's the path it took. It didn't, so just random. Anyway, as far as the game goes, we were down 2 players. Destiny, who plays Volmir, wasn't there because there were people that asked off work, so she's lower on the totem pole, so she got pulled in. And Sean, who plays Zero, and he was super tired from being super busy running his own life. So, you got to do what you got to do. So, with Chris, Randy, and Dan, we finished off the courtroom scene in a way that I didn't know how that was going to go. I just kind of let it go, and then I let some dice rolls go based on what I saw was happening, like I just discussed. And then that finished in one way or another. I'm not going to say how. No spoilers. All I can say is there were injuries and a DM mistake. I had forgotten. I didn't remind certain individuals about the time that had gone by. Because if you remember, was it last game where they were visited in their dreams and they woke up and there were more hair, like time had passed. Well, I had totally forgotten about that, which is weird. But I did, so there was a little hiccup there. But, you know, just like anything else, you admit your mistake, you move on, you fix it. No harm, no foul. Nobody seemed to, like, oh, everything would have been different if that. No, what? None of that. So, and then there was more stuff being done around Francis Gunyon. Dropped a few clues. Maybe some foreshadowing. You know, you always have to do that. And then that was pretty much it. Then they leveled up again. And as I had said in session 0, this was going to be a quick level up type game just to see how it goes. And so we're looking forward to some new powers from the Psionicus, and the fighter, of course, gets more powerful. The dance character, the priest thief, you know, he's got a harder road to go because he's splitting his classes. So he though everyone else is 8th level, he's 4 and 4. So, but then again, he's unique. None of the other people are those classes, so he's valuable. So anyway, the game overall was fun. I always enjoy the combat and the set pieces. I had made out the courtroom scene and set it on the table for those of you that had seen the stream. You saw that. One of these days I'm going to have an overhead camera if I could ever figure out how to do it for whatever. I mean, for not a lot of money. Unless I hit the lottery or I get a promotion at work. Wink, wink. Anyway, though, fun times as usual. We'll see you in 2 weeks. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Watch lots of football. Eat lots of turkey. I actually have a turkey in my freezer that I'm going to try and cook. And so if this video comes to you next time and you see a very darkened background, you know that the culinary experience, I rolled a 1. So anyway, we'll see you next time around the gaming table.